YTBC, what's the deal? Now I'm looking at the rankings. Have them all pulled up right now. All the sanctioning bodies, heavyweight rankings, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. I have the top 15 pulled up on FightNews.com right now. And I'm looking at what are some fights that can be made, man, that make sense according to the rankings. And I'm specifically paying attention to the WBC and the IBF. Majority of these guys have fights planned or they just fought. So I'm looking at some guys that will probably be free in the next few months here. I'm looking at some good meaningful fights that can be made, not just fights against anybody, but some good meaningful top 15 type fights. And the names that keep popping up in the WBC and the IBF is Andy Ruiz and Dominic Breazeale. Now the IBF rankings, Ruiz is number 9, Breazeale is rated number 15. Okay, Alexander Usynov's number 14. He has a fight coming up. Chisora 13, 12 Helenius, 11 Kurbatpulov. All those guys have fights coming up. Number 3 Tepper, he's out. 4 Joshua, 5 Takam, 6 Parker. They all have fights coming up. Glasscock's number 7, he's out. Number 8 Steve Cunningham has a fight coming up with Glowacki. So Ruiz and Breazeale makes sense in the IBF. I think the fight makes a lot of sense. Now, I know Ruiz is with Top Rank, Breazeale's a Hammond fighter, but they can make this fight happen, man. The fight makes sense in the IBF right now, you know. BERMANE STIVERNE is another. He's number 10. BERMANE STIVERNE doesn't have a fight. So in the IBF, you have, like I said, Ruiz, STIVERNE, Breazeale. Any of those matchups make sense to me. You go to WBC, it's the same thing. STIVERNE, Breazeale, and Ruiz are all in the top 15. Then you can throw another name in there, guys that don't have fights coming up. MALIK Scott and Bryant Jennings. They're 9 and 10. Jennings number 9, 10 Scott. Now Jennings lost to Ortiz. I don't know how long he plans on staying out. MALIK Scott beat Tony Thompson. Tony Thompson's came back and fought since the loss to Scott. So I don't know what Scott has planned. And we have to wait for this David Haye announcement. He might end up fighting one of these guys, not Breazeale or Ruiz, but maybe he takes MALIK Scott. I'm not sure who he's going to fight on May 21st. I've heard Michelle Wallace. I've heard him try to lure Lucas Brown into a fight. Brown said he's not going to fight him. He's sticking to the WBA tournament. He's going to fight Fresakendo next. So I've heard Andre Fedosov supposedly, I don't know if it's official, but supposedly turned down a fight with David Haye. So not sure what Haye's going to do. But as far as the WBC and the IBF, these names make sense. MALIK Scott, BERMANE STIVERNE, Ruiz, and Dominic Breazeale. Any mixture of those guys fighting each other makes a lot of sense to me for the rankings, for both the sanctioned bodies, and they're good, entertaining fights in my opinion. Ruiz, I know he was out, something about a personal issue. He had about 3 fights that were all canceled back to back to back for different reasons. I know the last time was it was a personal reason. His team came out and said it wasn't because of his weight. They just initiated that by saying it. So I don't know if it really was his weight and they're playing a mind game with us, you know, playing mind tricks or whatever. But if it is personal, I hope, you know, he takes care of it. Obviously, I don't want nobody to suffer, you know, personal issues and not further their career. You know what I mean? Obviously, I want him to take care of what he needs to take care of, if that is the reason, you know. And if it's his weight, then just want him to get in shape. But he's 26, man. That's one thing about Ruiz. He does have some youth on his side, but you don't want to let your prime years just go to waste. You know what I mean? But again, I don't know for sure why Ruiz is out. Then I was hearing rumors of, you know, Ike Abeabuche returning, and they were trying to put Abeabuche and Ruiz on the undercard of Pacquiao. I remember that rumor was floating around. But as far as the WBC and the IBF, MALIK Scott, BERMANE STIVERNE, Andy Ruiz Jr., and Dominic Breazeale, I like to see any of those 4 fighting each other, man. I think the fight makes sense. You guys let me know what you think about this. Let me know who you want to see fight out of those 4. YTBC, I'm out.